Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to our channel, Trucking with Mishka and Trip. So this is the second attempt to go get loaded up at the third-party shipper. Technically third-party, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so I got there at 6:15 in the morning. You'll see that coming up here in a second. So I'm sitting here waiting. I got my hazards on. That's what the flashing orange lights are, because I'm sitting in the road. So we get in there, and they did exactly what they said they were going to do. As soon as I checked in at the main office, the lady that was helping me, she had no idea what was going on, but another lady was paying attention to what was going on at the window, and she was waiting for me. Wasn't the same one from Saturday, but still, it worked. She told the lady what was going on. She's like, all right, go out to your truck. We'll give you a call, and we'll go from there. So this is me sitting here waiting, and I just pulled in. I got a phone call. That's why the clip went from me facing the building to actually now me facing the tree line. But like I said, I got there at 6:15, and I didn't leave out of there until 11:30. Now, it wasn't the loaders issue. They took some time. They had to take inventory of the stuff going on to the back of my trailer, which, as you can tell, as you heard, Mishka just sneezed a couple of times. But yeah, they had to take inventory of what was going in, and they had to send that information over to the customer, and the customer had to send a BOL back. And they called me up in the middle, just about an hour before they were done loading me up. Well, not even an hour, probably half hour before they were finished loading me up. And she goes, yeah, we just sent off all the information to the customer. It's going to take about an hour for them to send the BOLs back. And I was like, okay, no worries. So when they finished up, here in a second, you'll see me go driving up and park it. And I'm getting out of everybody's way as best as I could, and just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. So like I said, I didn't get out of there until 11:30, and it was nice. I met a nice trucker for Heil, Heyl. He was pretty cool. He was sitting there talking about his dogs and showed me pictures, and Mishka's sitting in the passenger seat like, yeah, let's go, I'm ready to roll. So here we go. I'm parking, trying to get out of everybody's way. Now you see me make the one adjustment, and then I make another adjustment. I got too close to the railing and I couldn't close my doors, so I had to readjust. Other than that, this was fine, but there was an issue. The issue was when I pulled up to the loader here. I was above E, just barely above E. I would have filled up at the TA, but when I called in, they were like, hey, according to the computer, you've got 32 gallons of fuel. How long's your light been on? And I told them, it's been on for, about a half hour or so, but I've been idling. So they wanted me to turn around and go back after I left. They wanted me to turn around because I got that construction. I went through it real quick. You can't tell, but there was some construction that actually made me paranoid. This place was just on Bonehead Truckers for the worst truck stop in America. It's $25 a night. It's a red dirt lot. But anyways, I ended up stopping there. They said, go to the first place you see, get all the information you need from them, call us up. We'll put the money on your card, get the receipt, and email that back to us. And then other than that, everything was perfect. Even stopping in right here at this Love's to actually finish filling up at a network space or fuel stop. Everything was going great all the way down through Louisiana and into Mississippi. I get to go through that chicken coop again that just pulls us over for no reason. I'm barely 20,000 pounds. And they went ahead and pulled me in along. Well, actually, they were pulling everybody in. But I did notice 4 or 5 trucks, a Werner, a few other mega carrier trucks, just drive right on by, totally ignored it. And I know Werner has not the same system, but they do have a system that has in-cab notifications, whether or not you have to stop or not. Now, they were pulling everybody in. So I can't believe that they didn't get the notification on their computer inside their truck. So I was sitting there going, okay, great, there's going to be a high patrolman shooting after at least one. And, well, like I said, there was like 4 or 5 trucks that blew by it. And that's when I was getting over into the lane to get into the chicken coop. While I was sitting in line at the chicken coop, God knows how many more went ahead and went by. So I don't know. I'm a little frustrated with that. I do what is expected of me. My in-cab instruction was pull in unless closed. So it wasn't closed. It just said all trucks must stop, and not all trucks stopped. So it's a little frustrating that these truckers don't pay attention to what's going on around them, or they just purposely ignore what they're supposed to be doing. All I can say is one day it's going to come up and bite them in the ass. But end up going over one of my favorite bridges again. The states aren't something I'm fond of, Louisiana and Mississippi, especially up in the northern portions of Louisiana and Mississippi. But I'm only traveling through it. I don't live there. So, and another thing I was trying to do, see a little bit of rain coming on. I was actually, there's a channel I watch on YouTube called Ryan Hall Y'all. And I've been watching him since I got stuck up in Wyoming. And he's been dead on all the time. He uses multiple different types of radar and like there's a European model, there's an American model, there's 2 other types of models, and he gets all the information. He shows you what's going on, and then he gives his interpretation of what's going to happen. And like I said, he's probably 98% of the time dead on right. He was this past week he called a couple of hurricanes, tornadoes that I had another situation. I was trying to run and beat those storms coming in, and where I had driven through, about 20 minutes later there was a tornado. So I watch him pretty much religiously when it comes to my runs and where I'm going. I want to know what to expect weather-wise. So, all right, so we're about 8 minutes into this video. After the fill up at Love's just inside Mississippi, my day was, I was running on my 14-hour clock. By the time I get ready to stop here towards the end, I had less than 20 minutes left on my clock, my 14-hour clock. That's the your longest clock you can run during the day. But I don't stop, but I cruise through McGee, and I get off 49 South to see if the Loves in McGee had any spots. And, it was 6:30. I should have known not even to bother, but, you never know. You can find a spot. You never know unless you look, right? So I went ahead and looked. God, that looks beautiful. Anyways, I went in and looked. No spots. Pulled back out. And I knew 20 miles down the road was a Circle K that has truck parking and a Crystal's. So I went ahead and drove down that 20 miles, and I was thinking the same thing. Okay, hopefully they've got something. But when I pulled in, it looked like they were full, and then I noticed, I looked a little closer, and no, they weren't full at all. So I got us a spot. I got Mishka and I a spot. So remember, I'm just going to end it here. Remember, don't be a Johnson. Don't be a starfish. Peace, love, and happiness. Mishka and Trip out.